I will explain how to crochet a pentagram stitch. Assuming that the vertices of the pentagram are the head, arms, and legs from the top, the height of the arms is equal to 6 chain stitches. This is the same height as the triple treble crochet. In addition to the basic type, there is also a type that is one size smaller, but this one has the height of 5 chain stitches. Then, I will explain the basic pentagram first. It is roughly divided into 5 parts, and the star's corners are crocheted in the order of right leg, right arm, head, left leg, and left arm. The most difficult part is the right leg part to crochet first, and other parts are relatively easy. For the right leg, start by winding the thread around the crochet hook 5 times. Pull out the thread and crochet 2 chain stitches. Here, wind the thread around the hook 4 times. Put a hook in the first chain stitch and its back ridge to pull out the thread, and then crochet 2 chain stitches. Here, wind the thread around the hook twice. Leave the space between the 4 stitches, pull out the thread, and when you crochet it up to the top, the right leg part is complete. Next is the right arm part. First, crochet a slip stitch on the top winding thread. Next, crochet a chain stitch. Then, insert the hook into the winding thread and chain stitch at the position of the diagram to make a double crochet stitch. The right arm is now complete. At the head, we first crochet 6 chain stitches. Then, insert the hook into the top of the double crochet stitch we just made and the chain below it, and make a double crochet stitch. The left leg is made with inverted Y stitch. Wind the thread around the hook 3 times, insert the hook into the center winding thread and the chain, pull out the thread, and crochet a chain stitch. At this point, wind the thread twice, insert the hook into the lower left chain and its back ridge, and pull out the thread. All you have to do is to crochet it up to the top. Finally, crochet the left arm. After crocheting 2 chain stitches, insert the hook into the winding thread and chain at the position shown in the figure, and make a double crochet stitch. It is completed. This is a crocheting method to put the pentagram in the middle of the row, but in some cases, you want to crochet from the beginning of the row. There is also a pattern to start with chain stitch for such a case. Start with 3 chain stitches from the bottom right, followed by inverted Y stitch. Next, crochet 4 chain stitches, and next, crochet a slip stitch. From here, it's the same as before. Apply the crocheting method starting with chain stitch to create a pentagram motif with a circle around it. As a foundation, 8 chain stitches are crocheted, followed by 3 chain stitches to create a pentagram. After crocheting the pentagram, go around the star with a single crochet stitch for each vertex of the star and 6 chain stitches in between. However, we will crochet slip stitches on the base which was made by chain stitches first. In the next row, you go around with double crochet stitches. If you increase the number of stitches by 2 times in the part of chain stitches, it becomes like this and it is completed. Next, let's crochet a motif with stars arranged on the outer circumference. The center part can be any pattern, but as an example, I will crochet it as shown in the figure and make the number of stitches of 1 round 48. Let's crochet pentagrams on the next row. Only the first pentagram is crocheted in a pattern that begins with chain stitch, and the others are crocheted in a basic pattern. Crochet 2 chains between the arms, and leave a space of 1 stitch between the legs. Once you finish crocheting the pentagrams, cut the thread and use a new thread to crochet the outer part. When crocheting a single crochet stitch on the head, insert the hook so that it picks up the 3rd chain stitch and its back ridge. In the chain stitches part between the arms, first insert the hook from the lower side of the whole chains and make a treble crochet stitch. Then, insert the hook into the bottom chain of the treble crochet stitch and its back ridge, and make 4 double crochet stitches. On the next row, you go around with double crochet stitches. In the fan area between the stars, increase the number of stitches by 1. That's it. The basic pentagram has a relatively large pattern, so I will introduce a smaller version. The crocheting procedure itself is the same, but each part is slightly shorter. The important point is not to crochet the slip stitch with the right arm. If you start with chain stitch, the crocheting diagram looks like this. Let's arrange these mini versions of the pentagrams around the first star circle motif we crocheted. Crochet 1 chain stitch between the arms, leaving no space between the legs. If you do this, there will be 9 stars lined up. Cut the thread once and crochet the outer part with a new thread. When crocheting a single crochet stitch on the head, insert the hook so that it picks up the second chain stitch and its back ridge. In the chain stitch part between the arms, first insert the hook from the lower side of the whole chain and make a double crochet stitch. Then, insert the hook into the bottom chain of the double crochet stitch and its back ridge, and make 2 half double crochet stitches. On the next row, you go around with double crochet stitches. Increase the number of stitches on the vertex portion of the star. That's it. This is how to crochet a pentagram. Instead of creating a pattern across multiple rows, this is a single stitch, so you can easily incorporate a star pattern into a row. Please use it for various motifs. Thank you for watching.